Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Real Talk. We are on episode 11.
We are. Our second season, which is crazy.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been doing this. It feels like a long time. Mm-hmm. I'm here with Matt, and I'm Sarah. How's it going, Matt?
I'm doing very well, Sarah. No, I'm doing really well. I just finished, I've been playing through all of the Wolfenstein lately.
Yes, I saw you on PSN.
Yes. So it was good. I picked up a bunch of stuff on sale when they did a big sale. So now,
Still on sale.
Is it still on sale?
Yeah, it's a 2-week sale.
I highly recommend picking them up. They're really good. So I finished Old Blood. I did them chronologically from a story standpoint.
Yeah.
So I did Old Blood, finished New Order last night, actually, about 3 a.m. Finished that up, which was awesome. And then I'm now kind of going back, because I've been reviewing it on Switch, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. But I'm now going to go back and play New Colossus on my PS4. Mm-hmm. So we've got all of the gorgeous...
the 4K version.
Yeah, 4K gorgeousness.
That's the 720p version.
Exactly. So that's good. But I'm doing well. How about you?
Good. The power went out, so I didn't get much done the past couple days.
That's fair. No gaming. It's hard to do gaming without power, I've heard.
Yeah, which is like, I didn't charge my Vita, so I was totally...
Oh, no, yeah, you're just like without console.
Yeah, I was out without many things.
And then you end up playing like Fallout Shelter.
I used all my data.
Oh, that'll happen. That'll happen.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It was sad.
So tonight we want to talk about news a little bit, though.
Yeah, we are having a news night.
We are, which is
a
exciting.
few stories we want to highlight. We'll start with Anthem.
Anthem.
They released 20 minutes of gameplay that they showed at E3.
They did.
So tell me, has this changed your mind on Anthem?
I'm still very torn on Anthem. I will say that I really liked. They talked a lot about like exploration being a big part of it, and navigating the world and things like that. And I really like that part of it.
Yeah.
I liked the idea of combos in combat and just the drop in, drop out. It feels very, very, Destiny 2 or even The Division. It feels very much like those, which I like those types of games. So that makes me happy. Still not overly excited about combat in general. It still looks, and I really won't know until I get a controller and sit down with this game, but it still feels, at least looks like it's going to feel like the Mass Effect series.
Yeah, because it wasn't a playable at anywhere.
I don't think they had
so
it.
So it's just whatever they're showing.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm still very hesitant on that. That being said, some of the upgrade systems they showed, again, the RPG elements looked really good.
Yeah.
The co-op elements looked really
it's
good.
BioWare.
It is
I would
BioWare.
hope so.
It's true. It's true. But I'm still very hesitant on combat, so I don't know. What are your thoughts?
The only thing that I really came out of it that I liked was that, like, hey, high level and low level can play together.
Yes.
That's always a pain.
I would agree.
So that's nice that you can all hang out.
I would agree, especially after playing through The Division now 3 times, because I've had friends start at different points, and I've always had to go back and level another character.
Yeah, it's like WoW recently, too, where I'm, like, really high level and my sister just started, and she's like, oh, I can play with you now, or I didn't used to be in the past, so that's so nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Like, she was like, I can play with you?
Absolutely.
I'm like, no, totally, I'll just come get you.
Yeah, which is really nice. I do appreciate when games do that. And not only that, it allows, especially, and a little off topic, but it allows for exploration of old content, too.
Yeah.
Especially when you get a game as aged as something like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, where, like, I never went to Panda Land, but hey, I can be level 100 and go there, get some experience
get
still.
some experience and all those types of things.
Yeah.
And it's nice. Like, there still are some restrictions on WoW specifically, but it is nice to be able to go in and explore some of these areas that I wouldn't have previously touched on.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so...
Like, it makes me want to play it more.
No, I agree, absolutely. So, with Anthem, though, like, what, you talked about, you do like some of those elements. Were there things you didn't like in it?
I don't know. I'm still... Like, it just looks like Destiny to me still. And I'm not a super Destiny fan. Like, it just, I don't know. It hasn't sold me yet.
That's fair. Okay.
So, I don't know.
All right,
I need more.
You need more.
And February is a packed month already.
That's the truth. Yeah, it probably will not be a day one buy for me. I'm
not
gonna lie. I've got so many other things on the go. Even from content perspective of stuff coming up around the same time, it's just not happening.
Yeah, I can't. I can't justify it.
I'm gonna wait till the servers crash a few times to fix all those issues, and then I'll probably jump in.
They haven't done something crazy like this before. So
I guess the closest thing would have been the Old Republic.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it had some server issues. I mean, most MMOs do on release.
I guess Battlefront 2. It ran
into some issues.
Oh
yeah, Dice.
Yeah, I'm thinking EA. Okay,
but
yeah,
anyway, we'll see how it works out. But so that was one thing that happened. Another thing was the discussion this week about crossplay.
Yeah.
And that's been in and out of the news over the last little bit. But what I'm seeing a lot of is just this consistent pointing of fingers at Sony.
Sony.
Yeah.
Go ask Sony.
Yeah. Why this isn't a thing? Go talk to Sony.
Yeah, it's like even the big, like, even Nintendo and Xbox are like, go talk to Sony.
Yeah,
like when everybody's in and they're pointing to the same way. It's like, I wonder who the problem is.
Absolutely.
But Sony is in like this high and mighty kind of thing where they've already won the console war. We don't really need to do anything. Everybody's already caught our system. They're playing together, which really bums me out. Like, I'm at the point of being really, like, saddened that everything I have is on PlayStation now. Where if I had Xbox, man, I could play with PC people. I could sometimes play with Switch people.
That's true.
And like I could have more diversity, but I'm stuck with. Like, it makes me sad that
I agree.
This is a thing.
And my fear in that too is that, like, yes, they've won the current gen war, but if crossplay is the direction that gaming is going in the future for future generations of consoles, if they don't get on that bandwagon now, that table can flip so fast.
I just thought Elder Scrolls Blades. It's like that can be played on everything.
Oh, yes,
and I'm sure PS4 will be in the corner.
No, we have our own servers, our own people.
I always wonder if this all goes back to when they were hacked in like 2009 or whatever, or 2010.
Wow, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And I wonder if this is just like the systems they made, and they're just like, nah, we are not hanging out with anybody.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I still think that they're in a place where they really don't need to care right now. Yeah. But again, next generation comes along, I think it's going to come back and kick them in the head.
Yeah, I want to reward Xbox because they are trying. They're doing everything they can. Game Pass is awesome. Games with Gold are much better than the Plus games I ever get.
I would agree.
So, like, they are trying to do everything they can. Absolutely. And I would like to reward them.
Well, and again, I think long term we'll see that come around with next gen. I don't think they can redeem themselves this gen from the standpoint of like all of a sudden everybody's going to go out and buy Xboxes. Yeah. But I think if next gen rolls out and they continue with the backward compatibility, which is huge. I love that.
Man, if PS5 not backwards compatible, I will just
there will be
throw
tears
things.
And anger. It'll be good. But if they continue with the backwards compatibility, which they're doing now, and they're doing a great job with, if they continue with crossplay partnerships, I really, unless Sony gets their head out of the sand and starts moving in that direction as well. I mean, next gen, I think you're going to see a lot of fanboy Switch.
Because they were like best Sony when they were trying to win over last generation. When they were behind for the PS3, they had to claw their way back, and then they eventually. Yeah,
but this is the problem. Like, we don't want to see this back and forth all the time. Like, people want to play on the platforms they want to play on, and that's fine. Some people like. I remember back in the day of 360 and PS3. One of my good friends and I used to argue all the time about the better controller. People like the systems that they like. Yeah. We shouldn't penalize them.
Yeah,
for it.
I don't like. I don't want that to be the deciding factor. Oh, look, everybody's on PS4. You're stuck there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like, have a different selling feature that makes it better.
It's true. No, I'd agree. So anyway, so we'll see how it all works out in the wash. Right now, it looks like everybody's blaming Sony, but that's
and Sony's just.
It's true.
What are you talking about?
Absolutely. But what was our main story we wanted to cover tonight too?
Nintendo wants to release 20 to 30 games a week on the eShop.
Yo.
Man.
I know. That's a little nuts.
Like, I understand that they're playing catch-up. Like, they're getting all these ports. But, man, stuff sells there. They could probably do it.
I think so. My concern is that, like, again, they're releasing a lot of ports, and that's great. They've had some really good ones. I would say some very successful ports.
For sure.
I mean, I literally just finished reviewing Wolfenstein.
That's true.
2 New Colossus on Switch. And don't get me wrong, it has some issues, technically. There are some technical issues there. But I mean, taking that game, which is just a huge game, and making it work functionally from a gameplay standpoint on the Switch is impressive. Like Panic Button, who did the port for this, and also did the port for Doom and several other games that have brought over to the Switch. Like, these guys are getting this down to a science where they can really pull it in and develop it really well. And again, outside of some issues with some cutscenes and things like that, like, they've really nailed it. My concern is that I just don't know if there's enough if they can churn it out fast enough.
I wonder if it's sustainable. And like how long they can do this for.
Absolutely. Especially without really getting into the virtual console. Like, I don't know why they haven't.
Where is this
This is gold. Like, Nintendo has proved time and time again that if you release a virtual version of any title, people will buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, how many copies of games do I have on different systems and it's the same game?
Yeah.
Even Nintendo, I do that.
Yep.
Like, if they were to take the library from the Wii U and throw it on the Switch,
I'd be happy.
I'd buy
it. I was so mad when they took down the Wii Virtual Console because I had an error like the day before. I was trying to put money in. I was just like, I need the games before it goes down.
All of the games.
And then I had an error and I couldn't get it. I was like, can you put these on Switch now so I can actually pay money for them? Absolutely. I would pay money for them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like I think once the content slows down and they need something, that's when they will throw Virtual Console at us.
So you're just saying they're just trying to prolong and make the money run as long as they can.
Because, man, they got Brawl and Pokemon this year, and
It's
true. So that'll be big for them. They don't need any extra money this year.
That's
and
true.
Then they're still got a whole bunch of ports coming out every week.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and they really are churning it every week. I get flagged emails every morning saying, "Hey, review this on Switch, review that on Switch," and it's just ports, but it's still. I mean, they're definitely churning it out right now.
I downloaded an app dedicated to telling me all the Switch games coming out because there are so many, and I'm like, I have to mark these because they are coming out fast and furious.
So. I would agree, absolutely.
So I don't know. I'm happy for the Switch though. Mm-hmm. Like it is a different experience. The Vita kind of filled that spot before, where all the ports would just be put to Vita, and that would be your handheld system. But the Switch is bigger, and more people have it.
It's true, and I would argue that the button layout on the Switch is better than the Vita because of the R1, R2. Well, just even the R1, R2. Like that was the one critique I always had of the Vita was that the R1 buttons were like the sensors on the back, and they never responded properly.
Never ever.
Like I used to love one of the like selling features for the Vita for me was the remote play. So I could play Diablo 3 on my Vita, like laying on the couch, which was awesome to me. But it was so hard to use those buttons that I had to make like entire builds that just didn't utilize 2 buttons on the controller. It was really bad.
Wow.
So no, the Nintendo Switch absolutely is a great console. It's got its highs and lows like everything else, but it is really good. So I'll be curious to see if, like you say, they can sustain this or not.
Yes.
So that'll be good. But
we shall see.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
Cool.
Thank you for watching.
Absolutely.
Let us know in the comments and like any news, anything that you thought was cool this week or stuff that's happening, anything to comment on what we've talked about too. Follow us everywhere. I think we are everywhere now.
We are on the Twitters. We are on the Facebook. We are on YouTube. It's just at Roll the Level.
Yep.
On Twitch, you can find us at Roll the Level.
We're every Wednesday. Sometimes
Quake
is here now and again.
Yeah, Quake's usually Tuesdays and Fridays. Last night I couldn't. I had some stuff going on, but I will be streaming it this Friday. So it'll be good. So
cool.
Good times. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later.